Today, I'm gonna try to get some stuff done. Stream tonight. Just going to try and get this reverse proxy server not done, but just implement some other stuff that I want to do in it. So, mostly it's just a reverse proxy server for web scraping and maybe other tasks, but like right now, just web scraping. So we'll figure it out. I'm literally learning as I go. I haven't touched ironically, I haven't touched Go in like a minute, or at least like not seriously. um so yeah, so we're gonna dive back into it and hopefully it works, because there's actually no guarantee if this even works. The reason why I'm building this is because I was working like on this little application, and I was using a web scraper framework. Went to the site, and then I got blocked by Cloudflare, and then I was like, man, I'm gonna be doing this so often and so much, and like not only that project, but like in other projects as well. So I was like, well, I might as well have like a centralized like code base where I'm like evading, like having different evasion techniques, masking stuff, masking like IP. Like it's the whole point of the reverse proxy server is to send it to the reverse proxy server and then have the server like handle all of the, everything that needs to get handled for the request to go through as like an actual person, and not, like a request that I send programmatically, right? So that's the reason why I'm building this now. And the ultimate goal is to like almost have like a abstraction layer, so that way whenever I'm building stuff and I want data, and I'm like in that phase where it's like, okay, I built everything that I wanted to build, and now I'm in like, okay, I need to get the data type stage. I just want to write the code and not worry about evasion and rotating IPs and headless browsers and all this kind of stuff. I just want to just shoot a request and get what I want, so this is what this is for. So hopefully I can kind of create that system for myself going forward. So let's hop into it. I guess I could just take you through. Let me check my audio real quick, make sure everything is good. Yeah, we're good to go. We're good to go. All right, let me move this through for right now. All right, so I'll walk you guys through basically what I have right now. Let's take like all the way up to the top. Kind of can see. Actually, I don't even need this anymore. Start it with. This is old. I actually haven't implemented, but like this is like top level. This is old though. I need to fix this. Made a lot of changes last night. So internal, here we have like auth, the root and middleware so far. This, I don't know what I was on here. I think I was going to use some library. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to use that anymore. I don't think I need to. I can actually delete. So we're going to get rid of that. So here, let's come to root. And here you can see execute server, which was what was at the like the top level in the main.go file. You'll see just literally only like two handlers right now. Like you just got your base literally without, because the only thing I'm be doing with this is just proxy and requests, right? Status, which you can see right here, is just returning the 200 just to make sure that it's up and running. So far I got for handle proxy, oh yeah, I wrapped it in a middleware, my first time ever like doing middleware, and it's just authentication with JWT. So I'll show you guys. We'll actually just go ahead and just look at that. We'll go in order. So it'll hit the middleware. So come. Yeah, let's come here. So in the middleware, you can see this is literally just like a wrapper, like a function that wraps around a handler. And all it does is it just calls auth, and it verifies the request. If the request is verified, then obviously the error is not the error is equal to nil, so this won't go. But if it's not, if it counters an error, then it'll just return unauthorized and it'll return. But so once it's verified, then it'll basically add the claims from the JWT token to the context for the request, so I can pull it out of whatever handler that I want. So usually like user ID, what else, like user ID, role information, that kind of stuff. So here, if you want to dive into auth, so far for auth, this is just for JWT. Just go the JWT library, standard stuff. First, I validated the JWT, and like all of this is like, it took me a while. Like, I researched all this stuff because like I don't have like, if initially I didn't have a clue, like, you know, like how stuff actually worked. You know, I had to like really familiarize myself with the different protocols and the auth, like how stuff was handled and that kind of stuff. So basically this right here just validates the token. Well, basically just validates the token. The signing method, the expected algorithm, all this stuff is going to be like included in the actual header of the token, because all the token is, it literally is just information. I forget, it's like it's separated by dots or something like that. I forget what the first, middle, and last thing is, but it's all is information. So you just check it, make sure that it's the expected algorithm. You know, you're just doing all these different kind of checks, and if it passes the check, then it just goes down the list. But if it doesn't, then I just return nil and the error. So like in this case, invalid token. The next one is unexpected signing method. You see the errors there, but if it passes all of those checks, this right here is for if it's expired. If it passes all the checks, then you get the claims back, which is like the actual information in the JWT token. And that's for the validation, and this is verifying requests. So this is actually pulling the authorization header out of the request, and then I'm getting the bearer token, which is like the standard, you know, like bearer kind of format that you would expect. And I'm just pulling it out, and then that's when I'm sending it to validate the actual token that's a part of the request with the expected algorithm. And then once you do that, if all goes good and it's an actual valid token, it will return the map claims and no error. So it sounds good, it looks good in my head at least. So then that's wrapped with that status. Now we get into handle proxy. Here you can see where I don't really have a use case for the claims yet, but I think I will in the future, so it's a nice to have. So you can see where I'm pulling out the claims from the verified JWT claims that I just went through. So here you can see, you can pull out like user ID, you can pull out role, all the different kind of good stuff here. So from the initial server, or in this case the client, I'm sending out a request. So then I get the get backend URL is literally just like me getting this header out of the request. This is where it's actually supposed to go. And then I'm parsing it to get the URL to make sure it's the right place. Well, it's just like a URL parser. I don't know, I think it's I think the request is encoded. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I don't know if it's encoded or not. I don't really know. But url.parse basically just literally just returns the URL that the request is supposed to go to. Once that's done, what are we? Yeah. So once that's done, errors if it's not there. Now this is the part where at first I just had a new single. Where is it? Right here. I had new single host reverse proxy, and I was doing that on every request because I didn't know. But then I looked at it and I was like, okay, that doesn't make sense. So I like restructured how I was doing it, because this is basically creating like a new it's just like creating a new single host like every time. So it's creating a host every time for every request, even if it's to the same website, and that would be like, not what we want. So what did I ended up doing was rethinking the problem. Was for the website, I wanted every website that I visit to have like its own like host, and then so it'd be like website, and then it'll have like whatever the host is, and then under each website, when I first visited, I'll have this server basically fake like being a human. So like I don't know how I'm gonna achieve that yet. I don't know what I'm thinking about using Chrome, something called like Chrome DP. It's like a headless browser. I think you can use it outside of headless too, but basically it's just like, or maybe I forget, I think it's called UTLS, either UTLS or Chrome DP, or maybe even both, I don't know. But basically just pull up a browser, like a driver, and then once I do that, get, if it's like a Cloudflare site, once I do that, get all the session information basically. So like once I pass the Cloudflare challenge using the browser automation or like the driver, I'll just send everything back to myself, like into, I don't know, maybe a database. I'm not sure yet. It depends on the scale of it. But basically just storing it somewhere in memory, and then I'll have access to like all the session cookies, all of the like the user agent, the IP associated with it, because I believe the IP and the user agent is tied to the token, well, not even the token, the cookies that you get when you complete a Cloudflare challenge. So like when you try to go to a website that's sitting behind Cloudflare protection, you'll have to, the majority of them, they have like something, I forget what it's called, but it's like a Cloudflare challenge, and you don't have to you yourself don't do anything, but they just have like different protections, like bot detection, all that kind of different stuff. So if you don't pass, then you'll just sit on that screen forever, and you won't actually get to redirect to the website. But once you pass that challenge, you get all of the necessary like cookies. That way, every time you go to the site, you don't need to do the Cloudflare challenge again. So it's basically like a completion token, right? Or like a completion, whatever. All push comes to shove, all I'm doing is just taking all that information once I pass it once using the driver, and then just automating the request and just shooting it out. All while not getting, detected by other mechanisms on the actual website. So the whole reason is just to get around Cloudflare, and then once I get around Cloudflare, that's pretty much the easiest part, because I'm not like an experienced web scraper, so I'm literally just learning all of this like as I go. So it's been a pretty good learning experience so far. But so I get back in URL. I was creating a new host every time on every request, so I stopped doing that. And now this is like the first implementation of what I was just describing, where I'm basically locking, and then I'm locking, and then I'm checking the proxy. I'm checking if it already exists. So it's a proxy cache. with the target. The target is the URL, so the website in question. And then if it exists already, it just returns the proxy, and I don't have to create a new one. But if it doesn't, then I'm checking it twice after I unlock. But if it doesn't, then I'm creating a new one with that target website. And then afterwards, I'm storing that URL. I'm storing it as a key value pair with the proxy, and then I just return the proxy. Now, what I'm thinking about doing is, instead of just doing a key value pair where it's just a website string and then it's the proxy, I'm thinking about making this into like a struct or whatever, and then I can add on different things like user agent, because inside of every proxy, the IP and the user agent is tied together to the session cookie. So if I were to like rotate an IP and then try to use the same session cookie, you know, I would get blocked as a result of it. So I don't want to like burn any IPs by doing that. So I want to like kind of lock IPs and user agents to session cookies until they expire, and then I might rotate it out on when the cookie gets expired. Then I'll rotate, get a new cookie, complete a challenge, get a new cookie, and then, you know, use that. So I'll probably rotate IPs and user agents as cookies expire. As long as I'm not, it might be other parameters. If I like, I don't think I'm a spam a website, you know, obviously I don't want to do that. So just because I don't want to like burn it too early. So I should be fine, hopefully, right? So that's what that does. So that's the get or create, which is here, where I get the actual proxy, and then I'm just doing like a arbitrary, I don't know, I'm just doing 5-second timeout, but I don't know, that was just a number that I chose. There's no particular reason. And then here's where I'm setting the schema on the request. So the director is for that particular proxy host. And so here you see I'm doing the scheme, the host, the URL host, and the actual URL host. I don't know. I don't know if I want to keep that or not. We'll look into that. We'll look into director. Then I'm just doing a channel where, because I'm just sending out, like, you know, I'm be doing more than one request at a time. So I just did a go routine, and where I'm serving the proxy, and then, you know, if it times out, it goes here. If it doesn't, it's fine. And that's pretty much it so far. That's what I got so far. So I don't know. I need to do more. I need to do more research into Chrome DP. I'm thinking about changing proxy cache here so you can see what it is. It's just literally like a string and then this type, which is a reverse proxy. Thinking about changing that to a struct or something, but I'm not sure now. What did I do? What did I break? Oh wait, I removed the end. Should just be handle, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's pull this back up, because I have to look and see, because I actually have no clue. So this is a from DP package. So let's see. Faster, simpler way to drop browsers supporting the Chrome DevTools protocol. Okay, so let's do some reading. Package, faster, simpler way to drive browsers supporting the Chrome Dev Tools protocol. Yep. Prefer to go references for the documentation and examples. It's running headless mode by default. Rapid action func, executor. I just want to see a basic example. I want to see nothing crazy right now. Prefer to go documentation and examples. Let's see the retrieve HTML one. Context, HTTP test, strings. Okay, standard stuff. Write HTML. That's just for that. So Chrome DP.new context. So context.background. Defer to cancel. Also stuck for the context cancel. Wait, so so new context.background. So the new server with this HTML. Do you have some JavaScript? Body, defer, close. Wait, what's TS? Okay, so deferring to close on the server. So var out for after. Oh, is this HTML? Outer before, outer after. Oh, so it's literally just Chrome DP.run with the context. So I literally Chrome DP.navigate. So what's Chrome.run? I wonder if navigate is, you can like use that one instance of Chrome DP to navigate to different websites. So it navigates to the whatever URL that they chose, and they're getting outer HTML dot click. And you get the output there. Interesting. I don't know, that's not gonna be my use case though. What's dump? Let's see what this one is. Bytes, right? HTML function. New context. New server, same thing. Expression thing, a new thing. Oh, const expression, so it's a function. So more JavaScript there. Oh, I see what he's doing. He's injecting thing and a new thing into this right here. I was like, what is happening? But I see. So he's injecting stuff into the JavaScript there. And then he's doing a buffer. And he's running it, context, chrome.navigate into the URL. Oh, I see what he's doing. .navigate is like, I see why he's in like test. So it's like it acts as like a fake server, or like, yeah, basically, with just HTML. So he's navigating to the website basically, and then he's waiting until it's visible. I'm guessing because it's JavaScript, and then he's evaluating. What is Chrome evaluate? S new. What is S? Oh, S is this. Oh, so this function. Evaluate. I wonder what that does. Maybe just runs it and then wait till visible thing. document buffer. Interesting. Not my use case either, but interesting. This is basically the same thing. I think he did the same thing, just a different way. Getting it from the nodes. By node, by search. The out timeout. Let's see. Spill and golang. Because the docs is not really going to help me, because I don't really care to dig into the functions right now. Like somebody had the same plan 3 years ago. And 0 upvotes. The protocol has a method network I get cookies. This is what we want. Import. He did CD proto. Oh wait, no, it's still Chrome DB. So he created an action function. Context returns an error. So cookies error. So you just do network dot get all cookies dot do context. Cookies dot cookie name. Okay, what is the action function then? We got something. Rapid. I can't use an action with run because it returns many values. By default, common context not, but executor. Rapid in the action func. New context, defer to cancel. Chrome dp dot run the context. I'm lost. So does this happen? I want to see somebody on the hellish environment. That didn't really help me a whole lot when it came to understand it. Chrome func. So basically this probably just happens, but now I gotta see what run is. Can't use with the run. Dude, probably never gonna be able to find this. context, actions, run, runs an action against context. The provided context must be valid Chrome DP context, typically created via new context. Note that the first time run is called on a context, a browser will be allocated via allocator. Thus, it is generally a bad idea to use a context timeout on the first run call, as it will stop the entire browser. Okay, glad I read that. Also note that the actions are run with the target executor. In the case that a browser executor is required, the action can be written like this. So in the case that a browser executor is required, the action can be run like this. Interesting. Run response. This I trigger a page navigation. So run response is an alternative to run, which can be used with a list of actions that trigger a page navigation, such as clicking on a link or button, or run the actions and block. Run response will run the actions and block until a page loads. So I wonder if it waits till the page loads, so it does the actions first and then waits. Returning the HTTP response information from its HTML document. This can be useful to wait for the page to be ready or to catch for status codes. We actually might want to use this run response. Note that if the actions trigger multiple navigations, see, I don't want to use a navigation, I just want to wait. So I don't know, we'll see. Note if the actions trigger multiple navigations, only the first is used. Let me see an example. Server simply shows the URL path as the page title and contains a link that points to foo. New server handler function, yeah. The navigate action already waits the page loads, so title runs once the page is ready. Oh, I don't need to use that then. It says the navigate action already waits until a page loads, so title runs once the page is ready. Okay. I think I'm understanding now. I'm getting there. So navigate waits until the URL loads first. Chrome.dp.title. First title. Always trigger page navigation, so they don't wait for page load directly. However, actions like click don't always trigger a page navigation. I see when you want to use run response, because if you just use regular run and you click on something, it doesn't wait for anything to load, it just automatically goes to the next action. So you want to wrap it in run response. I got you. Okay, let's do a little we want to keep that up. Can I just duplicate? Take me back to the GitHub. Oh wow, look at this. Glad I checked this one out. Got cookie one maybe. So command cookie is a Chrome DP example. I'm trying to set HTTP cookie. I just setting HTTP cookies on request. Could be useful. Cookie server creates a simple HTTP server that logs any past cookies. I don't know if I've seen this before. I don't know where though. I just want a more simple one to just copy and paste real quick. Command headers. The command I'm trying to add extra HTTP headers to browser requests. Hey, what's res? I just missed a whole variable. Oh, right here. That was the response writer. So he's the index. Where's index HTML? And where is index HTML? Unless I'm just lost. Oh, okay. This is constant value on 60. Right here in my face. Okay, so it's literally just some HTML. And string buffer. %. Okay, so I guess it's going there. So I guess this is what grabs the stuff. Network enable, set extra headers. So it's setting the headers and doing actions though. Or is it? Let's look at the implementation. So port, I guess whatever flag. So whatever is in port is going into there. So run this, whatever server, create the context, for the cancel, run the task list. Oh, I see. So instead of you manually typing everything in, you could do chrome dp.task and then do everything, and then just return that. Okay, so he's just like literally setting. So he's setting the URL that it's going to, and he's mapping. So that would, whatever I guess the header is in this case, ampersand res. Okay, if error, so that res, what exactly was this? Okay. Gotcha. Think I understand. Very, very interesting. We'll run one of these examples. And I'll play around with it. Where's the go get? Oh, this is examples. Oh wait, what was that? Interesting. Don't really need that though. Stash. To sample that or something. Which one do I want to do? Let's do the headers first. Command headers. I probably can't have main here. Can I think I can. Just talking about the interface. They want you to use any instead of interface. What is the port number? What's the default? Actually, that's not what I want to do. See back into that. Wait, what did I save it in? Oh no, I literally forgot. Hold on. I genuinely don't care about the command line argument. Where is it even at? Chrome TP, encoding context, flag. Do I have to give it a command line argument? I'm so lost. Yeah, it's put on 8080. Coding. I'm not familiar with Go like at all. I don't know if they copied or not. I'll find out. No, it did not. Really? Okay, I'll have time for that. Package command dash align. Maybe I'm thinking maybe it just wants a command line argument, but I don't even know how to pass that and go. It's not a main. Oh, wait. It's because it's not a main package. It's breaking. This error typically occurs in Go programming when the code is not structured correctly to define a main package. To resolve it, in your Go file include package main declaration. Do I have to? That's what I was wondering. I can't say it's main though if it's not in main. Maybe it doesn't matter. I thought it had to have been like under I think that fixed it. I probably shouldn't have ran it there actually. Oh no, that worked. That looks terrible. So it outputs. Let's pipe it. Let's do touch. Like I already did it before. Oops. Ampersand. What was it? Go. And just do go run. Examples. Example.go. And then pipe it into output.txt. I don't know if that worked. What did not work? Why did that not work? Did I do it wrong? I'm not dealing with bash right now. I don't care enough. Examples, example. Just still that would let me do for some weird reason. No, it did not. I don't know why I didn't do this in the first place. Oh, it did. I'm a duck. Okay. Received headers. I'm literally just doing this for myself right now. I'm trying to see. So gzip, so accepted the coding. Yep. So I'm not gonna do all these. I'm literally just so connection, accepting language. What else did it do? All the different. I guess like user agents. Yeah, these are user agents. So secure, maybe secure user agents. And then fetch destination, fetch mode, fetch site is 9, fetch user is 9, upgrade and secure requests. Oh, this is the user agent. Comes back in headless though. I don't want it to come back in headless. So that user agent is a no-go. Yeah. So I want it to come back like that. So it's running with the context, setting the headers. Okay. That's what I was wondering. I was like, how are we getting there from that? Okay. So you navigate to host. I just want to try like to go to like a website that's behind Cloudflare and see what it does. Like just right out the gate, even with headless, and see what happens. So set header. So navigating to the host, which is like the URL. Set extra network headers. Where's the header? Okay, so the headers are coming. Was there my headers? That was a second. Only thing I don't like about Go that Python does really well is you can like name your variables when you pass them through to as parameters to functions. I really like that because I mean, I could just go to definition, but it's just easier. So network headers, and you passing it through. So like in this case, so it's just adding on. It's not really overwriting anything. So if I were to do dumb header or something. Right. So what's res? And this, so res is just a string. chromedp.text, the result, which is this, I'm guessing it's basically, this is navigating to that ID. So it's finding the ID. Also, yeah, so you can just navigate through. So it's going there. This is the res, which is a string by ID. And yeah, I guess you make sure that the node is visible. So I'm guessing it's copying into res, I guess. Yeah, it must be copying it into the string. That's why he gave it the address of res. So it's copying it into the string, and then he's just printing it out. Okay. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I'm not gonna actually change anything besides. I'm gonna take this out, like the whole thing, so I don't care. About setting that right now. I just want to see if he's blocked or not. LSP is broken. We don't even really care about. Well, actually, I don't care about this. Well, no, I don't. I think the Stack Overflow is sitting behind. Yep, it is. Care about the ceiling. Oh, we don't care about this. Somebody say, what is this? Where'd that come from? Delete. That's actually, why did it take it out? Why didn't it just take it out when I saved it? Oh wait, since I took out the server, it's not gonna work the same way. Hold on. I can extract cookies. You don't care about that. Alright, let's look at this other example. That's not what I want. What's this? The example that pulled out the cookies. See, hold on. This is setting cookies though. I don't care about. How do I just get like information about the request? Like Onyx return. I want to make a. Oh, I think I want to use this. Retrieve cookie after request. So you do an action function. Navigate to the site, read the return values from the server that they made. So okay, I can just add this action function to task. So navigate the host, paste this, and hopefully the formatting works. Hopefully the formatting works. No, it doesn't. Okay, so action function with context. Wait, do I need to pass through context to it? I don't think so. It should take the context when I do this. That should be okay, right? Hopefully. I think so. And then you do cookies. Wait. I have network. Network.get all cookies. Do context. So the cookies are in the context. something. This is for that. This is for that. That's for tasks. What is this talking about? I don't know what that error was about. It was weird. I don't know. We're gonna run it and see what happens. See if we error out, because I don't know. It's missing a bracket or something. It is. It's not what I wanted. Return, yo, I think so. I got the wraps. So it's a return statement. Oh, wait. It's supposed to be. No, because that's for the function. I hate when it's app. So tasks. That's cool. That's cool. That's for. Oh, that's the reason why. What's the issue? Undeclared imported name. Should be undeclared though. So CD proto. That was 3 years ago though. It might not even be a thing anymore. We'll run it again and see. It might be deprecated or something. Yep. Let's see. Network dot. No. Is that not the same thing? Oh, get cookies. Dot do. And then pass through context. I wonder if that's the same thing. I'm not using res anymore. Here it is. It's not even header, it's not even the point of the function anymore. At this point. Alright, I think everything looks cool. See if it works. Oh, we cooking with grease. Nice. We got the completion cookie. Okay, that works. That's actually insane. Nice. Wait, where's receive headers? I did not write a single line of code. I just took 2 examples and merged them together. And that's what we got. That's called efficiency right there. That's what that is. Where's receive headers? Where's that coming from? I can't spell received. Oh, right here in my face. It's a log. We don't care about that. Yeah, but that's exactly what I was looking for. I wonder if I can actually show. So %d, so cookie 0. Let's do I plus 1. Why did I do it like that? I can't. Can I just? It's like a Python way. You can. Let's see that. So. Can't type. Literally, I cannot type at all. %b. I don't know if enough to see. Cookie dot value. Where's the value field? I wonder if I need to do. What is plus in golang? Let's learn about that right quick. What is plus? What is %? Percent plus v? This is where I would want this because I don't feel like for something this simple. In Go, the +C format verb is used to print a struct's value along with its field names. A struct's value along with its field names. But it didn't show the value. It just showed the name of it though. I don't know. I'm gonna rerun it and see. I did plus on that one too, so we'll see if it does something weird. I don't know if I quite understand that. Well, I think I saved it. Undeclared res. I thought I got rid of that. Oh no, I didn't. Can't do it too many times, so I want to get blocked. Okay. Wow, see? Yeah, but this is exactly what we want. So you see how I had to pass that challenge where literally it's sitting in front. Well, you saw it earlier. Cloudflare. So it passes the challenge. That was easy. I thought I was gonna have to do like, I thought I was gonna have to set headers and do all this other type of stuff, but that seems pretty cool. So as long as I'm probably not sitting on like any like banned IPs or like a really weird user agent, I'm probably fine. So honestly, I think I'm gonna stop here because that was surprisingly easy and I want to end it on a dub. So I think going forward, I'm gonna end up doing is implementing, because I'm obviously I got a handful of IPs that I can rotate, and I want to integrate in a user agent switcher. I guess both, right? IP switcher. What honestly, just like a whole switcher. So like once these keys expire, and hold on, let me see. Well, you know what? I can't do it in this browser anyway. I just started using the Zen browser today, so I was gonna show you like, cause these keys expire. They have like an expiration date, or not the keys, but the cookies. The cookies expire, and it's included in the headers. I think. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. So I gotta dig into how I can pull that out. But basically, like I said earlier, once the cookie expires, I'll rotate IPs and rotate user agents, and then redo the same Chrome, like basically rerun the driver, get the cookies, and attach them to my requests like that I programmatically do. When it gets requests from like a client, aka me, on like a different app, like let's say I'm in Python, I'm shooting requests to the proxy server, and then it'll attach those cookies that's already validated until they expire, and then it spins up the driver again and it gets new ones. So that's what I'll do. And, you know, match my IP and user agent and stuff without me having to do it on the back end. So yeah, so I'm gonna end this one on a dub. That was actually surprisingly easy, and at least if you watch this, you know how to do it too. So yeah, that was really easy. Appreciate you guys for watching. This has been Wayne's Corner. I'm out. Peace.